Well, hello there. Remember me? Yeah, it's been about 10 months. Haven't put some videos on here because lots of things have been going on, and sometimes life gets in the way and you don't have time to explain it to your fans and everything else. So, the number one thing is I had low energy. Had no idea why. I thought it was sleep apnea. So I took the first part of the test and I have mild apnea. I'm not going to do the second part because I'm going to get bored with the mask and all this stuff. And I know me, I just won't follow through all the way. Well, two different people. One being a pen pal. And then I go on YouTube looking at Dizzy Stitcher, Darren. About 6 months ago, he said he had very low energy. He goes to bed about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, that was me. Lazy, didn't want to do anything, just low energy. And iron is the number one thing. So those two people mentioned it, and I'm like, yeah, I bet you so. So I've been taking iron, and all of a sudden it's like, pew, I feel much better. So my readings, what I did is I went online and I studied what a male versus female, elder, and infants are. Got those numbers of what I should be having. Went on to my own personal records. And for female is 65 to 165 megagrams or whatever it's called for the iron. And I was at 126. So what I did is I just take a normal supplement, but that wasn't enough giving me iron. So I went ahead and grabbed the actual iron and figured out the kind of dosage and upped it from there. I took like whatever it was, 26 milligrams each. Took 2 of those a day along with everything else. Waited a week, see if that worked. If it didn't, and I didn't like my energy, then I would go one at a time, weeks and weeks. So that's what I've been doing. My energy is back. I wish my house was back. It's a disaster. I just don't feel like doing anything. A lot of situations that have happened. I've been waiting on a new cook stove. It's been really hot in the hundreds. And now it's down in the 80s. We had a couple of days of the 60s, and now it's back up to the 80s and 90s, and I'm like, ugh. So that going on. I have some other medical things that I'm going in for next month, but all of a sudden my energy just is like, woo, woo, I couldn't, oh, woo. I started doing all this stuff. Well, then I picked up a new hobby. I know, right? I must have 6 or 7 different crafts that I do. But I know I'm not alone, and I know that when you get a craft, you get all the things for the craft. So I have been doing looming. And it is, let me see if I can grab one. I have been doing peg looming. Now, I do not like these. I like the round ones. I tried on this, and it's just so weird to get it around and do the things I want to do. So I've been making socks and hats and scarves and everything else. Let me grab some stuff here. Here's a hat I made. I made a whole mess of NICU hats and scarves for the babies over in the state next to me, which is Nevada. But here's one. I've been making one for the winter time coming up, so I've been busy doing that. Here's another one I made, and it's a type of yarn. I'm very not familiar with what, yarn versus what kind of roundness you need, big or whatever. This is kind of big on me, but it still works. For comfort, I just like the tighter hats like this one. So I may give it away, I may keep it, I may try to sew in something to make it smaller. I don't know. Then I've been making some cowls. They're not fancy, don't want them to fancy, but when it gets cold and you have to walk, anywhere, this fits over the head and then you just wear it like that. Oh, it's so good. Or you can wear it as a headpiece. Here's another cowl that I just made. So I've just been practicing and doing things and messing around. I have a Goodwill about 3 blocks for me. That's not a good thing. I have several tubs of yarns galore. I went to Utah to visit family. I came back with more yarns. Here's another scarf and hat that I've done. It's got sparkles in it. Blue with a little bit of fringe. Here's a matching hat. Again, it's kind of like whoop-de-loop-de. But blue's not my thing. Purple is. But I figured, if anything, you just go like that. So that's what I've been doing. It's been 10 months. I've been looking at my old videos. I don't think I've ever went through all my cross-stitching of what I own and what I've done. So I'm going to start motivating myself, and hopefully you guys are going to motivate me too to get cross-stitching going. I started cross-stitching this. It's called Meow. You've probably seen it. It has that cat. And I just started doing it probably about 2 weeks ago. So doing that, I don't have the actual picture, but you can look up Meow and you'll see the picture. I went into my Goodwill store and I grabbed these kits, Mill Hill kits, the miniature ones. They're obviously expensive, like $8 to $9 a piece. That's, you know, if you get 8 of them, which I did, 70 some odd dollars. These were 99 cents each. Out of 8, only 2 had just the pattern. Everything else had all the beads, all the needles, all the everything. So let me show you some of these, because I do have a bunch of Mill Hill kits myself. And since fall is coming up, which is my favorite time of the year, I'm starting to work on one of those. And it's all new to me because these are the beaded kits. They're not the cross stitch. I'm trying to find the one I'm working on currently. My desk is a mess, and I'm working between that cat and the Mill Hill. Maybe I put it here. Let me see. I don't think so. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a witch. Well, I don't have it. If I see it, then I'll get it, but you'll probably know which one it is if you are a Mill Hill fan. Please let me know if you are a Mill Hill fan. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Of course. So here we go. You can see it, but it's a cat in the moon, and its tail. I have all of the moon done. I have the bird done. The bird looks ugly, stupid. And I've got most of the tail done almost to the back right now. It's buried in there, so I'm not going to take it out. Here's some others that I did, or not did, but have. These are all the beaded ones. This is just the pattern. Trick or Treat. This has got everything on it. I wouldn't mind just the cross-stitching kind. Not so much everything beaded. But it's counted glass bead kit. If I wasn't so quick to, you know, go, oh my gosh, those are expensive, only 99 cents. But same difference. You know, you just have to know it's a half stitch, not a full stitch, and go from there. So, I had to take my cat moon away for a minute. This is the stitch only, and since I do peyote beading, I do have all the beads, so I'm not worried about that. Let me know if you guys have any of these, if you like the regular cross stitch versus the beaded. I was looking into getting larger beaded kits, but I'm glad I'm not. I mean. So, that witch had everything with it, and then this cat has everything with it. And they also have, it's a back pin for every single one of these, so you can wear it like a little brooch. You can make magnets out of it, whatever. So yeah, as you can tell, I got 8 of them, 99 cents each. Woo! Tell you what, me. So those are going to go in my other Mill Hill kits when I get to that. Let's go ahead and go over some things, some history, some stories, some whatever. This one I was going to do for my father and his wife. He passed away about 4 years ago, and I was going to give it to her, but it's going to take me longer than my lifespan. So I told her, you know, it wasn't going to happen. She bought a frame for it, and, well, obviously the frame's not going to be used for anything anymore. But this is as far as I got. I was trying to cheat the system. I think this is a 3-strand. I can't wait to wash it. And I started using, was it a 2-strand or 3-strand? I'll have to refamiliarize myself with it. But I tried to cheat and fold over the thread, and it wasn't as thick. So I, you know, learned early on that I can't do that. It has to be the full, you know, whatever. But here I got everything done, all the way down, all the way down. And then the lighthouse. On the lighthouse, I have green on the 4 sides, which is his birthstone, and her birthstone is in the middle, which is October. So I did that kind of mental little thing, but I've got all that done, and then I'm done all the way through here. It is a fun stitch, I tell you what, me. But it's been sitting in here doing nothing, and I'm like, I should treat these better. This is a needle minder that I made myself. Started making a whole mess of needle minders back in the day. But let me go ahead and fold this up. It is disgusting. It is dirty. It's been in a bag. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in a different bag so it is better. I want to wash this so bad, but obviously the ink would disappear and it would ruin everything. And yeah. Who knows if I'll get it done in my lifetime or not. But I'm starting to get the room back in my cross stitching. Since I have diamond paintings, I have a big huge 4-panel of Under the Ocean with a shark and stuff. I have 2 done, and I'm working on the 3rd panel. I have like probably over 60 cross stitches, big, small, huge, whatever. You know, you buy all the things and you're like, oh, wait a minute. All right. So here's all my Mill Hill kits. I'm going to do that last since there's so many of them. Here's all the ones that I am working on, will be working on. I do have a decision wheel with all these names on it, and when I feel like cross stitching, I just spin the wheel and I do the one it tells me to. And then I have a whole tub full of non-started ones, which I'm shaking my head at. But you know how you work on something and it's like the same color? So, yeah, this is an example of this. When I did the, what's it called? AliExpress back in the day before the other one that's more popular. I can't even think of the name. But I quit that one. I quit both of them a long time ago. This is called Autumn Wolf. Really pretty. And then the other thing I got to thinking, the more I buy, the more I realize that probably they're not going to come out good. My Autumn Wolf is not in here other than the paperwork. The pattern. Okay. It's going to probably be shoved down somewhere, so keep that aside. It's probably me because I'm just, you know, tired and disgusted with everything. Then I got cross-stitching when I asked for it in the mail, and people started sending it to me, and I'm like, wow! So this is Be a Light to the World. This was sent to me that somebody has started, and when I realized that I could do counted cross-stitch, I could never trust myself that I couldn't do it. But this is where, I don't know how much it was done, but I did a lot of it too. It looks like a person in here, doesn't it? A blonde lady sitting there. So I think that is the middle one. It would make sense it's the middle one. So there's that one, all crunched up. And here, I never use these patterns. Well, okay, I take that back. I have to use this pattern. But when it comes to the AliExpress, the booklets and stuff, I don't use it. They have something else to, it's all color-coded, so I use that. The only time it'd be good is if you didn't understand that color. See, here's the big one, so I will put that with my lighthouse. Okay, this is a disgusting one. That's what I thought. Okay. This is the one that I have started 3 freaking times, and I am so upset with myself I could cry. This is a Singer sewing machine. I'll get the rest out, but it has the kittens playing underneath. I think it's called the Player, and it's an old Singer sewing machine. The kittens playing. I marked the fabric, you know, the top, the bottom, the whole thing, did the center. Started working on it, and somehow, somewhere, it got changed around and switched around, and oh, I'm just disgusted with myself, so. Here's the wolf. Alright, let's see which way. This is Autumn Wolf. So, if you hold it at a distance, you can see the wolf's head right here. There's the nose right there. But I've worked all this area, as you can see. So yeah, it's been sitting in here and it's getting grungy because it's not under protection. And I have a needle minder, another one of those that I made. Where's my wolf? Right there. Oh, that's probably why. Okay, that's why, because the bag that has the materials in it is smaller than this. And I had to move up because of what I was advancing in. This one I wanted to do for my brother and his wife. I started on it and then enthusiasm left me. So I don't know how far I got there because she is of a Japanese background. I thought that would be nice, but I don't mention things I give to people because of situations like this. So, this is Under the Sea. Under the Sea. I love this because you can undo these little clasps and then put in your tag and change it out. Nope, this is not Under the Sea. Goes to show how long it's been. This is the cute little mouse I started from scratch. Just loved him. When you start doing it and it turns out right and you're doing everything correct, it makes you feel good about it. So there we go. Getting his little scarf going on there. And the side, it seems like the scarf would have come down by now, but I think the scarf is, I don't know why the scarf isn't coming down right there. Oh, it's on the side of his arm. Okay, so that's where the books and stuff are going to go. That's why. I always doubt myself, but see how there's little books coming down? So that's where I'm working right there. Okay. I always start in the center. I don't understand this top of the row kind of situation, so. And that's a good reason why I have to go through these. So, you know, I go, oh, it's Under the Sea, and it's really not. So I have a craft room, and I've used it for, I have a table for diamond painting, a table for resin, which I'm also doing, and then a table for cross stitching. Well, here about 3 months ago, a friend of mine had like over 70 tarantulas, and I've had tarantulas all my life. I took a break for a minute, and she decided she didn't want any. Well, she hadn't taken care of them for moons on days, and all I got were corpses. And not to get into details, anyway, out of all the ones that she had, gave me tanks, whatever, I only end up having 9 of them. She just got tired or bored and wanted to move on. It wasn't her anymore. There was one that was called a trapdoor, and she hadn't seen it in 2 years. And she read that when you power feed it, it goes down because it doesn't have to worry about eating. It's always going to be there. 2 years, she just ignored it, and I found it alive, and it's doing well. So they're done. They're over with. They're all transferred into their proper areas. They were sucking down water like no tomorrow. There's only one left. That's an Indian violet that's in a huge, thin. They love to burrow, so I need to redo that one. So I took the identical type of tank and put it together, and then there's 2 sliders that come out on the top of the tanks. So I have to put the tanks on the sides, and then the slider doors have to come out together. So when it comes out into the new tank, I can slide one of them closed and get it between the 2 and clean out the other tank. And the tank it's going to is all nothing but plastic. But anyway, there's just that last one that needs done, and there's no room for me to fiddle-faddle and dump it upside down, and I don't want to, you know, hurt it. So that's what I've been doing also, along with my energy not being good, the stove waiting to come in. We've had fires going around, nothing near here, but we've had the smoke going on, my energy, and a whole mess of stuff. So it looks like I'm starting to come back up to my own again. So hopefully you guys are still in there with me, still around here with me. You know what I meant to say. All right. This is called Bubbles. I don't think this is the one I did. Nope. Okay. So this is the one I was talking about, the Scissors of the Singer, that I tried 3 times and I screwed up. I am starting on this cat. I had the whole head done, and somehow I had it faced somewhere. And I fear that if I continued, I wouldn't have enough room doing all that. So, I'll show you what I mean, because I have it here, and I'm just spitting at myself, and don't know how I could get things wrong when I put it on a hoop, and I mark it, but somehow I saw it and started working on it. So as you can tell, there's a kitty's face. But, see here. You know what? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. Okay, just a minute. I am correct. It is okay. I am doing it correct because the kitty's head is at an angle. So there's the top, and you flip it around, and the kitty's head is at an angle. So I am doing it correctly. All these years, or all these months, just worried I wasn't doing it right. So I have these nice heavy duty that I got from Temu. That's the other one I was thinking of. I was a big Temu person. So I had that going for me. So yeah, that's good. I look forward to doing that again now that I know that I've done it correctly. That's good to know. Interesting. I could have sworn, I know I killed it twice, but that's good to know. Looking forward to it. These bags are from Amazon. There's different sizes. Anytime there's a sale, freaking get them. They have last forever and ever, and they have that really stretchy line stuff on there, so it's not going to hurt anything. And here's my pattern. So that's good to know. That encourages me a lot. All right, that's why. Maybe it was because I was still thinking of the other 2 times, and I had forgotten that I started it again. But even so, I made sure I had big enough material, so if I did screw up, I'd be able to do it on either side no matter what, right? Is that the way you're supposed to do it? See, this isn't even fitting in the bag much anymore. All right. Here we go. Ooh. What's this one? The ones from... Oh, gosh, what's the name of it? I'll think of a name right here. No, it's the other kind of cross stitch. The one from AliExpress did it, and they're usually blues and Sunday. I didn't care for them. They just, I don't know. I just did a ocean theme with starfish and a lighthouse, and I didn't like the way it came out. Yeah, no. Could be the count. Anyway, here's another one. I thought it was really cute. I like the pop of color. Let's see where I got on this one. All the threads are... Maybe I didn't get anywhere on this one. I don't know. Maybe I just put it in. Oh, I did do something on it. What do you know? Huh, that's cool. All right. Did I mark the top? I am starting... Where am I starting? It's a little bit of green. So... I'm not sure which is the top and which isn't. I'll have to dang it. Re-look at that. But most likely it's like this because the cat is faced that way. So I'm assuming it might be that way, but I'm not gonna... Wait. Hold your horses. Alright, it is the top. It is this way because I marked it this way with a little thread. So if I don't have a marker, then I'll do it that way. Okay. And it's just above this house right here. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting my enthusiasm back. Yay, 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 yay. And some of this stuff, the one that's called the Tiger, oh, gorgeous. That's the one that's been bugging me that I want to start on that one because, well, I've already started, but there's a lot of 2 different color threads involved, and it just keeps bugging me every time I get near it. So, let me see. That's an empty envelope. So, what I did with the Tiger one, let's see if I can find... Oh, what did I do with the pattern? I think I put the pattern here. So, the Tiger one... I don't know where it's at, but we'll find it. Here's the Tiger one that I got, and I was telling myself, I don't know if I can do this. You know, I understand cross stitch now, but this is a bit. But I just challenged myself and wanted to do this one. Well, then when I got it, I went ahead and started the back of the neck. The center is the back of the neck. And their pattern, yeah, their pattern was way too small for me to read. So I went to my local copy shop and I told them what I wanted done. So that's when I had it blown up. Okay. And then when they blew it up, they had a big table because they do banners and stuff. Then they put it all together and I did top left, middle left, right left, middle left, middle right, blah, 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 you know. I did it my own way. But I just blew it up. As you can see, this is much easier to read. So that's what I have. I have pages and books and pages of it. So much, much easier to read. I still use my glasses to do it. And it's something that I have. I have a cross-stitch holder stand that I use when I do that. I can't do it by hand like these little ones. Okay. Anyway, here's another one I got from Goodwill, probably for $1 or something. Really stupid price. Stupid as in good price. Really pretty. And then I'm working, I got the Adobe done. And I got the cactus right there done. You'll see it in a minute. This is called Southwest Mesa, which I'm very surprised and very proud of myself for getting what I got done. These threads, I am very surprised these threads are not all tangled up more than they are. But they've been in here for like 10 months, and now it's time to take them out and say, hello, you miss me? So I'm very proud of how this one's done. I'm liking it. I get sidetracked once in a while, and I'll fudge it. Nobody's going to know that that cactus doesn't do that, and, you know, the dirt's not doing that. But there's as far as I got for that one, so I'm very proud of myself for doing that one. And this, as I said, was at Goodwill, so you can see that somebody had taken all their colors, and they just did that. Brown, tan, and I'm glad they did that because some of these colors are, you know, you would call that red and they're calling it dark brown, and, you know, 16 shades of gray. Just stupid stuff that you're like, which one's the gray one? Which one's the light gray one? So, alright, put that back. But I want to show you the tiger, how far I got. And I don't show the tiger in here, so, you know, I'll have to find out. Probably in the bedroom somewhere. This won't go back in. Of course it won't. Alright. Let's see what else we got. And I got tons and tons and tons of threads. Or not threads, but canvases. This was one that somebody sent me. I have no idea what it was for or whatever. I just kept it, but they started on something. And this is that, probably that Haid looking thing. I could never, ever, even with, you know, even with the magnifying glass, I can never, ever want to do that. Why would I kill myself for that, you know? And then I discovered the painted cross stitch, which is easier on my eyes and easier on my brain. So I discovered that. And what I did is I went to the Goodwill some time ago, and I found this book stand. You know, these kind that has the 2 slats that came out? Well, I refurbished it, took the slats out, and now all it does is just hold them in there for me. So that's where I got all those that you just saw. And this is an itty-bitty little thing. Look at that. Itty-bitty. What is the itty-bitty doing? I don't know. Hey, boo-boo. I didn't even start it. Something that somebody sent me in. Okay, that's what that is. So let's find out what it is, because it's been a minute and I don't remember. It's one of these. Oh, okay. I started this one, and I wanted it to be a purple pumpkin, not an orange pumpkin. So, trying to think which way this is going. Okay, so it goes like that. It's supposed to be a purple pumpkin. And that's what it's supposed to look like. So it's across the top, and then these rows are going down is what you're seeing. As weird as that may be, but there's the center. But it's not looking that well, and I think it was me that started the purple. I don't know. And I would probably say no because that's way too neat. So anyway, we will figure that out. That's an easy, you know, side job going on. But then again, yes, it is me because I'm the one that did that. So there you go. It was me, and I can do neat backs. Huh. All right. But that tiger has been... When that tiger starts entering in my brain and it's like, yoo-hoo, I miss you, you need to come and work on me. Then that's when I'm like, you know, alright, I'm just putting some of this back because, and like I said, I have this all on my wheel of choice. And I'll just go through and I'll start grabbing them. And now that I have more energy, I'll go through and get them started. If you want me to do a stitch with me, let me know. I got plenty of stories to share. So this one, I don't know where she's at. She's probably in the room as well. My wolf doesn't fit in with what I had. So yeah, I'm going to have to reorganize before they sit there and get dirty and put this with that one. Alright, let me do the Mill Hill kits, and then we will do my haven't started yet kits. Autumn Wolf. Mill Hill. I thought, you know, these are easy to, you know, get going and do and whatnot. Yeah, no, not so much. So I have to put these somewhere because I have to put them back in the bag as I show them to you. Oh, I know. Let me do it this way. Oh, reach behind me. All right. You should see my floor. I mean, I am caked around here. I have just nothing but a little trail coming into my little cubby hole here. And this is what started when I do cross stitches in the living room as opposed to the craft room where it's supposed to be. But like I was saying, I rescued those tarantulas and I had to have those inside the room where I had to close it, and it was during the summertime and the cats can't be there to stress them out. So I was working feverishly to get them changed out of their cages and you know, and assess what they needed and all this kind of stuff. So I have some extra doodads. I don't know who they belong to. So then when I had time on the weekend, I started taking them out of that room, putting them in new cages, doing what I had to do, and then putting them inside my bedroom. And my bedroom is open because the cats have to go in there, and they didn't even bother with them. I put a big blanket over it like there's nothing there. They didn't even pay attention to it. So it all worked out great. They're all settled in. And yeah. So let's go through these Mill Hill kits. So autumn's coming up, so we will be hopefully doing some of these. And charmed ornaments. So this is called the Autumn Pumpkin. And I have no idea which one to start on first. Like I said, I'm doing the beaded ones, so I don't know if I'll even have time for these. But these had a sale, so I started getting them. I already did this one. Didn't come out so well. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand instructions well. Autumn Harvest Pins. Ghostly Fun. Let me know if you guys have any of these. Another one, Love Halloween. I love the little charms and all the other stuff that they have, that they include. And then they have the full line of what goes with that, which I can care less. I just get what I get when I get it. And I'll show you another fail that I've done. Spring Bouquet. Little rubber ducky. How cute. They have a lion and a, oh, there's the butterfly and a USA and a pin cushion and all these kind of collections in the back. They had the Monarch. I think I got all the Monarch butterflies. Autumn Harvest, Eyeball Martini. That's funny. They sure do include a lot of thread for such a little piece of fabric. I mean, it's not so little, but still, it just seems like overkill for some reason. And I have 3 binders full of floss that somebody gave me. Autumn Harvest. This is a mailbox. I think I went through some of these and marked the center point so I can just get it going. Tuscan Cottage. Oh, okay, beaded ornaments. Beaded ornaments. Oh boy. Wonder if this is one of the beaded ones too. It's called B. Let me see. Yep, it's all the beaded one. Well, I'll be dipped in doggy doo-doo. Didn't read that part. Autumn Harvest. This is Moonlight Ghost. Counted glass bead kit. Okay, I guess it is. Glass bead kit. I don't know, they just seem like they're all just regular cross stitch. Autumn Harvest. I guess they're just counted glass bead kit. Okay, so it's just called counted glass bead kit. I think I started on this one. Not sure, or I just went through it and did something with it. I see some notes or something that I did. Here's the butterfly, part of that butterfly collection. And it's funny because they have the butterfly collection, but yeah, here's things that have nothing to do with it. A sheep, and I guess it's just in general. I thought they would put them together. Winter Holiday. But yeah, when they had a sale and stuff, I was like, boom, 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 boom. Some bigger ones. I'd love to do this one. Wanda's Wands. A little bit of bigger. That looks fun to do. But these are made out of paper, so you have to be careful when you bend them if you don't bend them too much. And it's not like you can put them in a frame or anything. You have to do it by hand. So it is quite interesting. But glow-in-the-dark thread. But see, this one doesn't say anything about a beaded kit. It says buttons and beads, autumn cereal. So who knows what they want us to do. Going places. Look at that. Magnets. This reminds me of that little mouse carrying the suitcase. And it's got a little gem off the handle here. And they gave me a blue gem, which isn't going to be too cool if it's a blue on blue. I can change it up. And this is counted glass bead kit with treasure. So, yep, beads. Wow, okay. Magnet included. So there's that one. That looks fun. Told you I have a lot. Garden gnomes. I don't see a gnome on this one. But yet they have all the gnomes in the back. So I'm Confucius. Thought I would see a gnome somewhere. Spooky Cage, counted glass bead. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's like, I never knew that. I always thought they were just regular cross beads. Cross stitch, I mean. Learn all the time, huh? Autumn Harvest. A boot. And the gem's a little star up there. I love fall, harvest, Halloween. It's my favorite time of the year, and we're starting to get crispy now, so the buzz. Somebody just sent me a little bee charm too. I could always replace it on that. Here's another gnome thing. Garden gnomes. And the charm is on the door. It's a little heart thing. Cute. I have, oh, you can't see it, but that one. I have a, here it is, spider. I did this once and it came out nothing like that. I was very embarrassed about it. I don't know if I can get any more paper to redo it, but I got myself two. I was going to give it to a friend, but this is how that one turned out. Is that freaking ugly or what? That's embarrassing. So I just kept it around as a little minder, like, nope, that's not how that works. So with more experience, hopefully I can get better. There's another of your butterflies. Swallowtail. What's it say up there? Magnet included. I don't know if you put them on the refrigerator, but I guess so, huh? Painted pumpkin. But I'm going to do the ones that I got at Dollar Tree first before doing these. These seem a little bit more complicated. Haunted Laboratory. Glow-in-the-dark thread. That looks fun. And they are quite big, actually. It's that big. Oops, come here, kid. Come on. It's that big. So, 5.25 by 5.25 inches. So, yeah. Autumn Key. Another big one. And another different kind of spider. I think what I have problems with is the legs whenever they show you how to do these leg things, and it's just a matter of don't necessarily look at what they're doing, just know where it goes, and then see what looks best when you physically do it. Spooky Gate. Love that one. That's going to look nice. Alright, those are all my Mill Hill. As far as that goes. Ugh. Now I'm going to put those other Mill Hills in there. Put all those Halloween ones in there so they're all together. And what I do is I'm going to work on what I have, that Meow one, and then that one Autumn one. And when I get those two finished, then I can take out something else to play instead of having 4 or 5 different things. Speaking about 4 or 5 different things. Oops, yeah, sorry, kid. I'm also working on. Here's what my cat is in, my Meow cat. I love this bag. I wish I could make them. I've been watching videos how to make them. But I've been making potato microwave bags. Have you ever heard of those? A lot of people haven't heard of those. Been making a lot, giving them to family, using them myself. Got a little sneaky in there too. How cute. So yeah, that's when I went to go visit family in Utah. This is where that went. And then I have these little things. Thought I could whip those up real quick. It's called a frame kit, these two. But I may end up just donating it. Oh, actually, let's see. Yep, those two. Because the pattern's on the back. And then that came with the little velvet and everything you see there. It's the frame for it. So I thought that I can go do those. But I was so active and doing other things, I didn't have time to even cross-stitch, much less anything else. And then I have this that I'm currently working on. And it is a hummingbird with flowers. And I don't think I have a regular picture of it. So this is what it looks like. Hummingbird with flowers. Because it's a pattern, I don't have the actual picture. So I'm starting to do this. This is the one that was started top. There's the top. This was started before I even got to it, so I just started continuing. What I want to make a habit of doing is take this and make it the top, so it always represents the top. But other than that, I just put a T on there. But in case that T disappears, I always have the right orientation. Makes sense, right? Right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Stay tuned for the other video that shows me or shows you all the kits I haven't gotten to yet, and who knows I ever will. Stay tuned.